everybody, welcome back to Our Life in the Sticks. Today we're finally gonna get to plant some of our garden.
Yeah, it's been wet and kind of cold, so we haven't gotten it in yet, and we haven't got our fence up. I got it partially done. Today we're just gonna plant stuff that requires a seed. We're not gonna set our plants out until I get our electric fence up, which should be in a few days. So if you're interested, stick with us. How many rows of corn should we plant? Yeah, I don't know whether to just do 2 or do 3 today. No. Okay, we're doing sweet corn here, and it's how my dad and my grandpa always showed me to do it, but we put 3 kernels of corn in the ground, and they're about 18 inches apart, and in between I put a little bit of fertilizer, and we don't cover the fertilizer, but we put it's always worked well for us. Now today we're going to plant 3 rows, and then in a couple weeks we're going to plant 3 rows to give us a steady supply of corn over several weeks instead of just one picking.
Yeah, it's a lot to can when you get it all at once.
And we like to eat it, so
Are these ready to be covered?
yeah. And we like to eat it, so if we have it, I'll probably plant it 3 times. We can a lot of it, we eat a lot of it, give some away. You're being too particular there, little wife. And don't mash it down too tight, especially in the muddy, the wet stuff, okay? So these potatoes are ones we grew last year, and they're left over, and they're sprouting. And these are seed potatoes that I bought. I don't have a lot of any of them, so we don't usually plant a ton. But if they have extra eyes, I usually cut them, but these seed potatoes don't seem to have very many eyes on them. There's one I'll cut. Maybe I didn't pick the right ones.
They look different.
They're probably a different variety.
You want a potato? Want a
No.
potato for dinner? You are all wet.
I know some people don't like to cut them, but I've had good luck cutting them. If they have a lot of eyes like that, that thing's covered with eyes. Like I said, the seed potatoes, it's got one sprout on the end. There's some other eyes, but they're not sprouting, so I'm afraid to cut them and expect much out of them. So here we go. We're going to plant these now.
Guess we'll just plant what we have.
Yeah. And we're not going to plant them very deep.
Are you doing hills again? Or not
I'm just going to put them in, set them on the ground, and cover them. Okay, so we got 3 rows of corn. And then I left room to plant 4 more rows of corn. And then we got a row of potatoes. And I left a bunch of room for our tomatoes, because that's coming up here in the next day or so. And here we're going to plant green beans. We also plant bush beans, so I don't have to come up with something from the climb on, and stringless beans too. I don't want to mess with stringing them, so going the easy route, I guess. Okay, here Tina is planting beets. We like to can beets and make pickled beets and eggs. It's the only way we eat them. I think that's the only way that a beet should be eaten. It says on the package that the tops are good, so we're gonna try that this year. Never have tried it before. So I planted our rows like 4 foot apart since we have plenty of room. We'll see if it's plenty of room once everything grows. It always looks like there's a ton of room until everything grows, and then you thought it looks like everything's too close. So we'll see. Hopefully some critter doesn't come dig our potatoes up tonight. This row is going to be carrots.
Oh boy. He bought you a lot of onion sets.
Now for a row of onions, my favorite. Not Tina's favorite, but my favorite. We're going to plant our cucumbers across this end, and we put a trellis for them to climb on. So I got some pieces of cattle panel here, so we're going to put some posts in and put this cattle panel up for our cucumbers to climb on.
Make it easier to pick them.
At the post.
Okay. 3 seeds in each.
Sure.
Says 4.
Huh?
Says 4.
What do you mean?
Says 4 plants per hill.
Yeah, well, like I said, I run with scissors too.
I know. You don't follow directions. And I'm a rule follower.